Okay, so I haven't made a video over the past few days. So before I started today's video, I wanted to give you a quick rundown as to what's been going on over the past few days. Back on Sunday, I was racing. This weekend was the weekend of the divisional championships around the whole of the country. So each region has their own championships. So for me personally, I'm Northwest. So we had the Northwest Road Race Championships. It was on the Cape circuit, which is a notoriously hilly course. There was over 2,000 metres of climbing in a 120k race. The total race consisted of 9 laps of this circuit. On lap number 3, there was an attack from the bunch. Me, and 4 other guys followed the move. Then there ended up being a breakaway of 6 of us. We quickly gained a substantial gap over the peloton or the bunch chasing, or what was left of the bunch. We worked pretty well together, and then on lap number 6, so around 3 laps to go, James Gullen, a rider for JLT Condor, he attacked up the climb, and then I managed to follow him. I just managed to follow him. I was pretty much at the limit. Then we did a lap together, just riding, taking turns. We gained a pretty decent gap over our other 4 breakaway companions behind, and then the penultimate time up the climb, I just got spat. I couldn't match the pace that he was setting. I was pretty much had been on my limit for that past lap. So yeah, he ended up going away solo. He was the eventual winner. I managed to just hold off the 4 guys behind me, and I picked up second. Pretty disappointing always to get second, but yeah, overall I was pretty happy with how I rode. And then yesterday I headed over to Manchester to see my good friends Chris Pritchard and Jesper Anker from Cycling Hub.
A little sticker on it that said 100, so I used to tell all my friends that it went 100 miles an hour.
Long story short, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but long story short, we're starting up a little bit, or we're doing a bit of a trial of a podcast. It's something that all 3 of us have always wanted to do. We've talked about it before, and yeah, we finally sat down and recorded a few episodes of a podcast, of a cycling or a loosely cycling related podcast. We tried to sort of bring a more relaxed element into like this whole cycling podcast sort of shift. It's going to be live soon. I'll put the links in this description if it's live when this video goes up. Maybe it won't be up that soon. Check the description anyway, and I hope you enjoy it. Now it's time to crack on with training today. Tough old ride today. It's only a short one, but I've got some 8-minute efforts to do at zone 5, which is basically like flat out maximal efforts. But the difference is with these efforts is that I have to do them at 110 RPM, which is a real high cadence, completely unnatural. So yeah, I've done this session twice before, and both times I haven't hit the numbers in my efforts. So today's 3rd time lucky, and I think I might try and head over that way, because yeah, it's looking a bit darker. But right now I'm just going to do an hour. Well, it's probably going to be closer to 45 minutes. Just riding around the lanes to warm up a little bit, and then I'll jump into the efforts. So I did the first effort. Decided that, well, I was riding and I wasn't hitting the numbers that I needed to hit, and I just felt like shit. So I did the first effort, got it done, and then I'm just going to bin off the rest of them and head home. I think I need another day of recovery after my racing on Sunday. There's just nothing in the legs today. Yeah, I don't know. Yesterday, Sunday, must have taken a lot of effort out of me. Had a rest yesterday. Thought I'd feel alright again today. But yeah, as soon as I started doing that first effort, I just felt so weak. Not today. Not today. So there's not a lot of things that kind of get to me, or there's not a lot of things that I would say like actually annoy me. I feel like I'm a pretty chilled out, relaxed, laid back kind of person, but not being able to complete a training session is definitely one of those things that does actually me off. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling it today. Was a bad day on the bike, but right now I'm in the car. I'm gonna head into town and get my hair cut. Gotta save weight where I can. Drove all the way to town and didn't end up getting a haircut because for some reason the hairdressers was closed today on a Tuesday. So I decided instead of just going straight home, I would stop at Costa. This is tight. I would stop at Costa whilst I was in town and get a coffee. Didn't put a parking ticket on my car because I was only going to be here for 5 minutes, and I didn't get a fine. So as most of you know, or some of you might not know actually, but one of St. Piran's team sponsors this year has been Continental. They provide our tyres, our race tyres, which are the Continental Pro Limited tyres. Arguably some of the best tyres you can't buy. They're only available to pro teams, and we've managed to get hold of some from Continental. Yeah, arguably some of the best tyres that are around. And then on my training wheels, I just ride Continental Grand Sport tyres, which are, I think, literally £20 a tyre. They're so cheap in terms of tyres. And I think off the top of my head, like I'm sure someone will know who's watched all of the videos from this season, but I think like in total this season I might have had four punches. So it just goes to show that you don't need the most expensive tyres. You don't need the most expensive tyres if you want to avoid punches. Anyway, the reason I turned the camera on is because a while ago I was out riding and I rode over a steel edge. I don't know if you remember in the videos, and it basically just split my tyre, so I had to ride on a flat wheel like 4 miles to the local bike shop. The only Continental tyre that they had was a 28mm tyre, so I decided to buy that. This is the first time that I've ridden with a 28mm tyre, and I'm going to say that for this winter now, I'm going to be 100% sticking with 28mm. It's a little bit wider than what I've been using in the past, and like the standard nowadays seems to be 25mm. But for training in particular, it doesn't really matter if you've got the lightest or the fastest wheels. For me anyway, it's the main priority is comfort. Especially northern roads, you've got the uneven tarmac, the potholes everywhere, and just having a slightly thicker tyre just makes it a little bit more comfortable, especially when you're doing long days in the saddle. So yeah, 28mm tyres. It's the new 25. Yeah, 28mm. Get on it. Alright, so welcome to the evening portion of the vlog today. I'm walking the dogs. We got Sam there and Lexi right there. Can hardly see her because she's black. But yeah, there's a sign down there at the start of this walk that I'm on that says like dogs must be kept on a lead at all times. And it's so stupid. I mean, if your dogs are under control, why should they be on leads? I mean, we're like as far away as possible from lambing season, so I get like around lambing season, you don't want to scare the sheep or anything having the dogs around the field, which I completely understand, and I put the dogs on the lead during that time. But I mean, on a Tuesday evening in August, where there's literally no one around, and I'm in the middle of the nowhere on the side of this hill, at the top of this hill over here. Why should the dogs be on a lead? Please, enlighten me. You don't want to be on a lead, do you? Shall we put you on a lead? Shall we put you on a lead? Not a chance. That little montage there was all shot on my brand new, well it's not brand new anymore, I've had it for a few weeks. It's my new Sony RX100, which is like literally half the size of my hand. Pretty incredible. But yeah, gonna finish up the dog walk with these two, then drive home, and the plan is to just take it easy for the rest of the day, and hopefully by the time tomorrow comes around and I head back out on the bike, I will feel normal again, and I'm going to be able to complete tomorrow's session like I should have been able to complete today's, but didn't.